Shake and bake.
What does that do? Did that blow your mind?
It's on.
That's
I was like, I hear it.
I hear it. Hey.
There's so much shit.
Woo! Yes.
Some like banners up there.
We got banners. Girl, this is a lot going on. I have to think of all this stuff at one time.
I'm so blind.
So
No
we
idea
are.
how many likes I sent. You
Oh,
just
no.
keep sending them, honey. Talk about my ego, like.
I know we need all of that love. Believe me.
Oh,
And I'm recording already here, and I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time, you know.
Keep going. I swear that if you are liking it with your hot dog, I'd be really
Hot
impressed.
dog. All right, we are here finally.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are live on TikTok right here, and we are live right here on YouTube. We're actually not live there. We're pre-recording, so it's fine.
Cool.
Because we need our audio so that we can post this here on Spotify.
Yeah.
All right, so
What's
happy Friday. What is up with you guys? Please, you know what? You're a great moderator, people. I see we're gonna have to find us a moderator for TikTok too, but we really want to encourage you guys to share the live and invite some more friends so that they can see us on here and introduce ourselves to them. Because on TikTok, as we said, we are just
we do a lot of
skits and a lot of
trying to make y'all
videos.
laugh.
Yeah, I'm trying to just kind of get to know you, but we want you to know more about us as well. So that's a good thing. So let me see. I think I can touch our notes here.
I got the notes right.
Oh, perfect.
That's
I love her. That's why I love her.
Well, I mean, there's other reasons why. Well, let's just start with like
our names, maybe. That would be great.
Okay, cool. All right.
Because we did not do that yet. So, hello, welcome to Elevate and Dommenate. I am Goddess Aurora.
And I am Mistress Odessa.
Yes.
And we are here at the beautiful studio of Venus and Bells. Although I just heard the word chambers recently, and I'm kind of like into it. Depending on the chambers. Or the den.
The den. I like the den. The dungeon is kind of like...
It's a little too...
You know, I
used to work at like a dungeon.
Yeah, this is not... We are at Venus and Bells. This is the den of the ladies' den.
Yeah, we're in like the living room area of it. If you haven't seen or want to see more, you can go to our TikTok.
Yeah, you can go to our TikTok and you can see like our first few videos that kind of shows you. And I think this is also a perfect time to introduce the fact that we will be having our second play party here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the play party will be...
I believe it's the 7th. It's a Sunday.
I thought it was the 5th.
They're doing Friday and Saturday. Or Friday
really?
and Sunday.
Oh, busybodies. Okay.
I won't be here.
I'm trying to be here for...
I know. Well, there's definitely one on Friday and or Sunday. I think they were debating because I think they were asking everyone if they could do which date, and a lot of people can do Friday, or like half can do Friday and half can do Sunday, and then others.
Well, I can do both. I think I can do both.
Anyway, we'll make sure that we like put the dates. Okay.
Yes, you know, I'm noticing you the same thing. It's allergy season, so please forgive us, y'all. It's not, it ain't nothing else but allergies. Yeah. Allergies are terrible.
I was
right
under
now.
the weather last week, remember?
Yeah, you were. So. I'm gonna turn our mics up so they can make sure we are hot on these mics and we are getting a good sound. I don't want to blast them too much, but we want to make sure we have good sound. Yeah. So yes, let's go into some of the questions. So we want to introduce ourselves. We want to answer a few questions about how we got started in this. Oh, look at those. Oh, look at those roses. I don't know what I love them.
What's happening?
Go with the roses. I won. I love it. Lots of them.
Oh, cool. Sound has been on TikTok.
So
thank you to people.
I'm glad you gave me that. Let me know. Yeah. So basically, our first situation is let's, I guess, answer a few questions, right?
Yeah. Well, I can ask you a couple questions about you that I know. Okay. I feel like people would love to know.
Okay.
So again, everyone knows the goddess here. You've seen her on the TikTok. She's amazing. She's fabulous. So why don't you tell our new friends, not even the podcast before Elevate and Dominate, but the new transition of Elevate and Dominate, more so. Like what we're here for, what we're trying to do.
Yes. So basically, I think the goal for this show is to empower everyone, empower people to be a little bit more forthcoming about their kinks and to, and
right?
Huh?
I guess we've been
schminks. You could say schminks.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't want to be violating. So this is a place where people can become empowered and find out more about, or actually learn more about the other side, the schminks community.
Yeah. Cool. Well, tell us how you got into the schmink community.
So I came into the schminks community through my friend here. I'm a trainer, but we met at a place that we both worked at back in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day when I was young, I was a phone sex operator, and I told her about it at the job, and somehow I found out about her and that she was working at a dungeon, local dungeon. And I was really interested because I'm a schminky kind of girl. And I was like, interested in finding more about it, especially, when you're in a place where you're trying to hustle and find more money. So she took me to the dungeon that she was working at, and
I think you can say Iron Gate Studios. They're no longer
there's
in
no
service.
Yes.
So I think it's okay. Oh, somebody knows about that place.
Yes. So she took me there, and I was able to have some conversations with a few people, and I had great conversations, but I just didn't want to go any further. And I think it was just at that time I wasn't really ready. I wasn't really ready to open up about my schminks and know more about that. And so, moving forward, she came on the show somehow.
The previous show
that I had, and she became a host because when she was on here, when we talked about schminkies, it would just go up. And so I figured, you know what? I think it would be really good to have you on the show.
Yeah.
And so
we're just having so much fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Sorry.
Schmuck
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very strict. I don't think we can say too many curse words, but anyway.
This is gonna be very difficult. Yeah,
but you know what? But we ended up doing this show. So moving forward, Elevate and Dominate is our podcast. And you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify. You can also find our old episodes of the last show on there as well. But we talked more about fitness on that show. This show, we let it all hang out. Yeah. But here on TikTok, we're going to just let it loosely. Smidgen out.
We're gonna suggest the plan.
Yeah, we'll suggest.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Amazing. Well, okay. So now you guys know a little bit about the podcast and beautiful goddess. But now tell us about starting here at Venus and Bells, and give us a little bit about your experience and the code words that we must use.
Okay. So as we moved forward and I decided to come in, we start doing the podcast. And you know how they say when you need something, everything you need always comes your way. We were doing the podcast and we started talking about like we needed somewhere to shoot and we wanted to find a good community that we can share our information at. And somehow she got contacted by one of
actually one of the main individuals that works here, who was my regular back at Iron Gate, contacted me, and you know who you are. But he was just like, Mistress Kayla and Sorceress Phoebe opened a new place. I didn't know who Phoebe was at the time.
Okay.
But just come and check it out and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, maybe like you can bring them onto your podcast. Or what? And I've always, like, Mistress Kayla and I worked at Iron Gate, and I just said that. But like, I've always adored her, and I never got to hang out with her. So I came in, literally sat right here, and she was right here where you are. And I was like, all right, cool. So when can I start? So that's how I got back in contact with them. But then I think I just called you right away, right? Or
you told me right away.
Yeah, and it was like, you need to come, just come meet them, and then I don't want to say this, but I really want to do. I felt like it was time.
And I think that I was more open to it after we had so many conversations with other guests on the show, and I started to understand that this is so also like a business of care. It's just like training.
Yes.
It's a place where you're giving someone the space to be themselves, even if they're uncomfortable. You're giving them, you're facilitating a safe space, and so it's a little bit more edgy than that regular safe space in the training room. But I am schminky, so it was kind of right up my alley, and I really, I ended up enjoying it. I do like being here. I do like the atmosphere. I like the people. They are very like open. I'm learning a lot, and I'm open to doing the things that I enjoy doing. I'm not like forced into doing anything that's not in my range or outside of what I really like to do. And I don't know. I'm open. You know what I mean? I told my family about it because I do want to like explore myself, and I want to be more open to what's in life. I want to live my life and have a good time, and so I'm in a place where I'm not hiding anything, and I'm just having a good time. I really do enjoy this. I really am liking the idea of meeting people, but my goal right now is to really get some quality subs.
Yes, of course, always.
Quality subs is the key. I have someone that wants to be collared, and I don't know. It's very tricky because I learned that, with the idea that I'm a person that likes care, and so I like people. In this business, like, you do gotta be a little more cutthroat.
Yeah, your care comes from a different side.
Yeah.
Of your heart.
True.
We love it.
True, really. And that's the problem. Like I want to make sure that the people that I'm interacting with, they can afford it, number one, and they really know what they want, and that I'm able to facilitate something that I'm comfortable with.
Yes.
I'm not just trying to jump into anything, what I mean? So
you know what, and that's actually, I know you have the questions, but I really want to talk about vetting and stuff, because I know like we've done some TikToks about it, and I think that's a perfect kind of, if you don't mind, a perfect segue to go into vetting and why that's so important. Because mentioning the tribute is definitely important, and the care and being comfortable yourself. So let's discuss some vetting. And for those who don't know, if you're watching, you probably know, vetting is like basically the conversation where we ask you a shit ton of questions.
Oh my God, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We ask you a lot of questions regarding your scheming. If you have a lot of experience, what you're expecting, et cetera, et cetera. Mine's a little extensive, I think, because some people just like at the end of it, I don't want to answer any more things. But this is really, really important for us.
Yeah, and it is super important. I think it's
important for you. You should ask questions also.
Yes.
So, but anyway, so tell me about your vetting process now that you're like in the flow and like.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I haven't had to fully vet. Okay. So let me tell you. I've told you about this app that I've been on, and it's called Q. Mm-hmm. Now on this app, I have used the app to kind of like introduce myself to having these conversations with people. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm using it as a platform to kind of introduce that. And the other day, I always get messages from people saying, "Oh, Goddess, I want to be your loving, whatever." And then I'm like, "Okay, but do you understand what you're getting into here? Yeah. Do you understand what this is?" And I go in, I have a full explanation, and sometimes they'll be like, "Yes, I do. I want to be your blah, blah, blah." And then you're like, "Okay, well then give me a tribute." And then they're like, "Ghost."
Yeah. And okay, and I would like, let's talk about that, because that also happens to me a lot. And I think there's a misconception, especially because it's online. Like, so much of it, it's like betting online now, that we're just trying to get money. Well, first of all, when it is, we do have experience, and we're providing an experience, and it's not just like
hustling. I just hustling you for money. Yeah.
I'm like texting my mom, and then I get a text from you, and like I got to talk about you being collared. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like it's a job that, like, it's a lifestyle that you need to have the right mindset when you're doing it.
Yes.
And like, would you prefer that we're just like half bootying our response. No. So I just want you guys to know. So it's like if when the tribute does come up, like us or someone else in the community, obviously be careful. But you're saying that because it is like trading. We want to see if you are committed to spending not only your time with us, but our time with you.
True.
It's a relationship that we're trying to build. So I just wanted to. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, because I think that's important to know. It's like, shout out to all the Schmex workers out there.
The SW? Can you say SW?
I don't know. All the SWs out there, because I know that this is a hard business. Being a trainer, we still have to you have to go out and you got to find clients and you have to convince them that this is something that you have for them. And in this world, like, I'm not out here like, hey, what's up? And I can't say that. So it has to be.
Well, you can't be like,
I mean, yeah, but I mean, if someone is very serious and they want to experience something,
it's like putting a deposit on a hotel room.
Exactly. Like,
yeah,
it does sound shady, but it's still like, come on, like, this is an experience that you want. You can ghost me, but at the end of the day, this is something that you wanted. I wasn't chasing you, and we're not doing anything wrong here. You know what I mean? There's no schmecks.
I got in a fight because some girl pushed me, and then I broke the jaw.
Okay, everyone, you don't have to leave. It's okay, because you know.
I don't know. I was just like, I thought he was talking about he had a bad experience.
But
okay, thank you.
Okay.
For sharing that.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, but hey, we do on TikTok, so we don't have to answer everything, but you know
what? The text does know.
Girl, be careful out there. Don't be fighting with everybody because you never know what people got. You know what I mean? That's what I want to say. Be careful. Anyway.
So, okay, Betty. Tribute. So when it comes time to tribute, it's just showing that, one, we are committing to what you want and your time, and vice versa.
Right.
So it's, I was at first asked, or if someone wanted my contact information, my phone number, or email, I was telling them you owe me $50 then. And I felt really bad for that. But no, but like, I get honestly, like, I'm now just doing all the vetting, like, straight up and then charging them for booking. But it was just the ones that have my number.
Okay, so tell me this: have you changed your policy? So if someone contacts you and they're like, "Hey, I would like to get a session," are you not telling them to initially make the tribute right away?
No. So if they're like reaching out on Twitter, can we say other names? Or if they're reaching out on other social media.
You can say other ones.
I don't know. Okay, all these other apps you can't like say like that. Then it like,
well, that's different.
Well, Cash App is just like, I mean, my mom said.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, at first I was being very, very, I would say, rude about it, and it's not my personality.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I'm like, and I've been told by a lot of people that I've talked to through this that like I seem too nice to be in this industry.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Well, because I'm just talking to you. But once you send tribute and I know what you want, or if you piss me off, I'm just saying she comes out. But if you're just going to be like an attention
whore, you can say whore.
If you're going to be attention whore, then like I don't really care if you think I'm nice or not. Like you're not getting the full thing. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's just like, and I have gotten very angry with people, but then I just block them. I don't want to work with them anyways. So it has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because. Like then I just say send this kind of tribute depending on what it is, and then I normally will give my direct line. So it's just like the ones that are through that are filtered and serious, and if it goes off, I'm like, okay, I want to check.
It works. Okay, so I haven't had much success outside of doubles here, someone contacting me, stuff like that. So, I'm really more so thinking that for me, in person may be a little better because my personality is a little more outgoing in person than it is online. Which, I mean, I'm out there online, but I'm not as much out there when it comes to this because of me being online in other areas. So I'm not really too out there with it when it comes to this. But I am also in a place where I'm interested in going to more play parties at different locations.
Munches. I've never been to a
Munches.
munch.
I would. We need to go to a munch, and maybe
Mhm.
we need to initially set up a munch out here for us. You know, like an Elevate and Dominate munch,
Yeah.
so that people can get to know us like up front and really have fun and get to know people. I think that's important. You know.
Absolutely. And you know, it's funny that this is just randomly popping to my head because it's my dad's birthday today.
Okay.
We were actually working towards an event, and it would have been this very weekend.
Oh wow.
Remember, it was going to be the last weekend of April.
Okay.
So I love that we are now adjusting an event to more of what we're doing now.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I like that.
And we also, I forgot to tell you, on May 21st, I have a hike coming up. This is with my fitness company, but we'll have a hike coming up May 21st at Griffith Park. So we'll put the information on our Elevate and Dominate story.
We do a separate hike. What if we do a munch via hike?
I think we should do that. I mean, there's so many things. Like the summer's coming, we are going to have so many events that we would love for anybody that's living in LA that is interested. Yeah, if you have suggestions, if you're a new follower and you just want to get some more information about the Schmeek community or Venus and Bells or what we're doing here, just go ahead and hit the link in our TikTok bio. And also for you out there, you guys can hit the links in our bio. You can join the family. You can, join the family. I'll go ahead and put some information right here for you.
You can just be obsessed.
Be obsessed with us because we're currently at Elevate and Dominate. I'll write that. Dominate.
You're so tech savvy. I'm forgetting there's this one. This is why you see her beautiful face on the talks a little more than mine. Because,
I'm not. I'm not on the talks more than you. You are up there.
I know, but you're. I think a lot of the videos that I've made, at least 2 or 3 of them are the ones that got flagged. So I wanted to step back a little bit because I think it said if you get one more violation, we're kicking you off.
But because what I noticed about TikTok is
you can't be in panties.
You can't be in panties. You can't show too much skin. They like dancing. They like close faces. They like more stuff that's not family, but oriented to where it's not like outright. Yeah. Although I have seen some wild stuff, and I'm wondering why certain people don't get flagged. Because I've seen people in what do you call it? Straps.
Really?
Videos dancing in straps and all kind of stuff, and they're not flagged at all. And I don't know how.
It's still up like days later.
Yeah, I don't know how. And they, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I was so like, how the hell did they pull this off? But I think that this is a platform for educating people, and so we have to be careful putting certain information on here. Period. Just the way that you put it on there. Yeah. If you don't want to get flagged, we want our account. We want to really kind of bring you in so you can come to our podcast and watch our podcast.
Yeah.
So that's what it's really about. And also going to our Patreon. Join our Patreon.
Yeah.
Be a member of our Patreon. Yeah. Learn more about us.
I think in essence, we are trying to just open up the community with what we have.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, but anyways, we should move on from all of that.
Let's have some questions. So we have some questions that we were kind of answering on TikTok, and we will, in our, in our, we tried to answer a few questions on our TikTok with information from the Schmeek community. So we will answer some of those questions that we have here live, and then maybe we'll just kind of slice it together and post it.
Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to make it bigger and I made everything smaller.
What was that?
New edits. Oh, because I'm on it.
Oh.
So there's many. What? So there's always. It's very small. I was trying to make it bigger.
You can't make it bigger?
I don't know how because I then just made it smaller. Can you?
Just do this, can't you? Oh.
No.
You have the bar. I have the bar.
Okay. Let's see. Do you need a mentor to be a dom?
I really think you need a mentor to become a dom because I feel like you are somewhat of my mentor. Sapphire is my mentor
Yes.
for sure. BB and Mistress Kayla. Actually, all of the people here are somewhat mentors to me.
Yeah.
And then I've also did my own research, which I think is very, very, very important. The other day I had a conversation with a friend, and it kind of the worlds kind of got mixed up because we were having a conversation about the community, and then I asked that person, "Hey, so did you do your research?" Can you go touch that one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're good? Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I still have some. And unfortunately, the person bought me something that in this community would be considered a sign of ownership, but they didn't honestly know. But this conversation could have been, and the whole situation could have been avoided if the person would have really did their research. I think it's important for you to do your research because you don't want to offend someone. And me being a dominant, I was somewhat offended by what they gave me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that if someone that is just really newly involved in this community, take time to really know what you're talking about, what you're learning. Find a mentor that's going to tell you information that is vital, especially when it comes to consent and vetting and clothes and all that stuff. Yeah, that's the fun part of this whole thing. But I think that it's really important to really know why you want to be a part of this. I think it's great that people say, "Oh, I want to get in here and make money." It's not easy. It's work. It's real work. It's not like instantly you say, "Hey, I'm going to do this," and then you start getting phone calls all of a sudden. Like it does not work like that.
Sure. Yeah, and I think literally jumping back in, to refer back to our podcast, the previous podcast, the transition that we had was comparing fitness to this realm, this community, and it is very overlapped, I think, in a lot of ways. It's like, would you hire hopefully you wouldn't hire a trainer that would just like, "You come here, let's go. I'm gonna put 300 pounds on a back squat of all things, and then you're gonna do 15 of them, and I'll see you tomorrow." Like, would you do that? Like, wouldn't you want them to know that like maybe you're trying to lose weight, maybe you're trying to gain muscle, or maybe you have scoliosis and that's not good for your back? So just to compare something in the vanilla world, like and that's all education, right? Like if someone knows a lot, and like basically I've been called almost PT. Like some people are like, "Oh, it's almost like your physical therapist." I know you've been called the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely life coaching. I mean, it's a little more intimate, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it kind of depends on who you're dealing with too. I think that the people that we are involved with, they do take some time to really get to know the person. You know, if you're gonna have
in here,
it's not just anybody popping off like, "I'm gonna meet the guy on the street and bring him in here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you definitely have to be safe and make sure that this is somebody that you can trust. You're trusting them with, an intimate side of yourself and themselves.
That's actually a point that like it seems so like in hindsight, right? But it's like people will message people like us and be like, "I want X, Y, and Z inside of X, Y, and Z while doing X, Y, and Z." So people spill their secrets out onto us, and we're just supposed to be like, "Oh, funsies, come over tomorrow." No, like, there's equipment, there's time, there's like a mental thing. Like if that was the case, then like we wouldn't actually be a community.
That's true.
Yeah. So I don't know. But
no, I
mentor wise,
mentor wise, it's extremely important just to know what you're doing. You want to make sure that you're making the right decisions. I've gotten text messages and not phone calls, but text messages and emails that because I had a mentor, I could text them instantly, no matter what time it is. And if they don't respond right away, I'm like, oh, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not just gonna jump into something and have myself just because I'm trying to get a few bucks. Like it's not that important to me.
Yeah.
Not at all. So I think we learning more about ourselves too. The more that I put a post up on TikTok that I'm healing in my own way. And I really feel like this is me exploring and being more of myself. And that's healing for me. You know what I mean? I think that's healing for me. I know for you, how do you feel about that?
I agree. The reason I first got into this in general, because I worked at Iron Gate Studio, and like I'm sure a lot of people have heard the story already, but I knew the woman through training, actually, the one that owned it, and she would always tell me stories, and then one day she was like, I'm looking for some girls, I want to bring more people in, some people are leaving, whatever, do you know anyone? And I was like, well, I need the money, so I went into it for money. But literally that was on like a Tuesday. Thursday she was like, here's a slave pit, bye. Shoved me
wow
in.
Like that.
It was very much like, well, she was like there and she was like mentoring me, but that was I think the only time she did it. So but I lost learner, I guess, or basically I had to. So
you had no choice.
Yeah. So when you say the question was about mentors, or what was it about? Sorry. Oh, how did I get into it, and then what?
I forgot.
I forgot too. See, sometimes we ramble.
But you were just talking about.
You asked like how I feel about something.
Oh, how you felt about. I don't know. Girl.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
And I feel about that amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it was basically just really trying to find out how you feel about interacting with different people. That you don't know.
Yeah. Oh, it was about the healing.
And healing, yes. Thank you so much.
My favorite person ever.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good one.
Laker game.
Have fun.
We're gonna call it. Is it even in season?
Huh? Laker game?
I already forgot how I feel
about healing.
About healing, yes. Okay,
way.
So sorry. So that's how I got into it. Wow, full circle.
Yeah.
And but I got into it and I said yes, and I needed the money because not only did I move into my own apartment for the very first time on me, but I was also put in the hospital by an ex.
Oh my God.
And he was not helping with the bills, and it was like, and my insurance was actually amazing at the time from the old job. I think that's actually why they changed it, because it was like instead of like 90 grand, it was like 70. So I was like, I need it, and I was doing a lot of other things too, but a lot of it came from this community. Like I think one, I was just amazed. I'm a psychology major, and I met all these people, and I was like fascinated. But it was like I was being supported. So within like 3 months, I paid it off.
I'm still trying to figure out like the routine that you use for that.
Yeah, it's probably a lot longer than that, but it just seemed like it was 3 months. Oh, I also had another client that was training 5 days a week, including in cash also. So I think that was probably it. But yeah,
you did it. You definitely did it, and I think
circle like
that in itself was amazing to me. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But it is, like I said, it is still work. It is not easy work.
Yeah.
It is
I mean,
somewhat
sorry,
uncomfortable conversations with people.
And with that, like of me getting the money to pay for the surgery, being in this community, we are surrounded by individuals who are like telling us we're beautiful all the time, or like, what do you want, goddess? Like, so it's like it really upped. It just made me feel like I felt more comfortable in like these 4 walls than the gym,
And that's funny, because we were just speaking yesterday about the fact that, as the summer comes, how we're going to focus on getting more clients in this place. It was kind of requested to go live. how we were,
No one's on.
it just went off, but how in this world we were trying to focus on getting more clients here, because I know for a fact that I can get training clients. I have a few new clients that are about to sign on, but I think it is a challenge to kind of learn how to facilitate. These sessions are uh, way more valuable when it comes to finances, but it is also about just finding the right people.
Yeah. But I think also like in the summertime, I think from what I've experienced in this community, it gets a little bit busier. I don't know if it's because everybody's in meetings or whatnot, but I feel like, just like literally like it was my birthday and it was also just tax day. So I think a lot of people, like we are, in addition to one's, I want to say health, but it sounds kind of like greedy, but like,
What?
but like we're like even training, like we're an added necessity, or like we're like the bonus. So it's like I think a lot of people around this time of year, they're they want to hold what they have a little bit tighter, and I understand that. Like,
yeah, I mean, and then you have people that are about to travel and all kind of stuff like that, and which is also good. Who is this?
Chopin Bob. I don't know.
Bob, unfortunately, we really can't really accept you right now because we don't know you, and if you do anything that is kind of like out of the ordinary, we couldn't do it. So we will start taking people in. But
if you'd like to make a comment or have a question, though, please.
Yeah, leave a comment right there, because we would love to. Yeah. We have to vet on here as well, because you never know. Yeah. We don't need any violations that'll cut us off. So unfortunately, we won't be accepting any lives today, but we will if you guys DM us throughout the week when we go live, not next Friday, but the following Friday. We will make sure that we allow you to hop on live and speak to us, because I think it's important for us to be here for the community and answer any questions that you may have. And also, listen, we just had a really good interview last week with Brat University, formerly Brat-tastic. Her name is Swicked_witch on TikTok. We had an interview with her last week. You can catch her interview on Patreon. And you can see a couple reels on IG and TikTok as well.
Yeah, she's adorable. I still need to send my questions to her.
I sent her 15 questions the other day.
They're just like in the back of my head. I just like with the move and like everything. I just like I feel terrible. But
I mean, just
do you have her number?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you
because I felt terrible. But if I can just like while driving, like send a voice note, that'd be great. Okay. But anyways, yeah.
So I think it's really I think we just answer a few more questions, and we're not going to stay on here too long today. We will be reposting this on Patreon, and we will be posting this on IG. This is a real like soft topic day, and I think we can post this.
Like right before we went on, we were discussing we have fully dove into Elevate and Dommenate as more of a schmink community podcast. But we've never really made an introduction, especially on TikTok. So we were just excited to say hi and show people that, one, because we have gotten comments that we're just faking it, which I think is funny. Because I can't really answer. Remember, there was that one person that was like, "Oh, it's cute that you girls are doing this." I mean, that's when.
When they were like, "Oh, you're on. I see you on TikTok."
That's when I made the video that got viral. Or you said we couldn't do it because we were cousins. Anyway. We should put on clips, but I think it's nice, not always doing skits, although they're adorable. You're welcome. But showing people that we're real and you can talk to us, and we are actually within the studio.
Yeah, for real.
So, and you can also ask us questions about fitness. But I'm just saying, it's not like.
Yeah, I mean, we charge for both. So. But I think that the goal would be to really, for this summer, add a few more quality subs and add some more clientele for sessions, and hopefully bring you guys out to these play parties that we'll be having during the summer, and then maybe some of our own events. We will be having a BDSM boot camp coming up very soon. And that will be really fun in the summer. We'll start with something small. I was thinking a few sensual sessions here, maybe some sensual yoga sessions, just to kind of start it out here. And then once we get a few people that are interested in that, we'll go forward from there.
Wait, okay, so I know because we want to pop off in like 10 minutes or something, but like
Yeah.
I want to tell everybody now that you've done the straps
Mm-hmm.
and parties and you've been involved for a long time,
Mhm.
tell everyone in code your preference as a dominant individual. So like if someone came to me and was like, oh, I want this, and it's like, oh no, I don't do that, but X, Y, and Z, Miss Goddess is perfect at that. Like, who would you want? Like, what is a loyal submissive? Or a good submissive.
A good submissive or a loyal submissive to me right now would be someone that could actually afford the sessions. That's not gonna try to get a deal on the sessions because there are no deals in the session. So sensual domination, a few different things. There are a few different things. I would kind of like, as I said, vet and know exactly what the client is looking for, and then kind of like let them know, okay, I can do that. Sensual touch, flogging, light pain play. I did bring. Oh, I brought my little bag. Okay, because you introduced me and she came to my house and she had all of these. On the show, she had all of this stuff in her ottoman. So I'm building my ottoman. So these are just like a few things that I bought.
This is like from back in the day. Okay.
So these are a few things that I bought. So this is like. Yeah. That.
Oh yeah.
That'll do, right? You can't really see, right? Okay. See, these are kind of cheap BL cheapo, but I'm rocking with it.
So you can do with it.
So a little, okay, that's probably already broken, but a little sensual. Yeah, see, I broke it the other day when I was trying it. I was like, yeah, well, that's why this little packet here was not that cheap, but a little.
Listen, unless it's like a hickey, you see this hickey? Like it's like I like the on the neck is like a little more pink.
Oh my goodness!
Can't do this like nipple part. Oh shit! Okay, I can't talk.
Woo!
TikTok is
see, that's why I like this stuff. I'm not tripping though. I really do like this stuff.
I just like if it's here, I want it to be like a little more rough for me. I guess so. That was like it feels good, but like
rough.
Like a hickey or like a.
I have this. I bought this because we had one in here. And this, oh my! I like it. Oh goodness! I like this.
My rule is to always make it even. Let me do the other side, girl. So
push harder.
For those who don't know, this is called a pinwheel. And just like a flogger can be used sensually or aggressively. Just to like show. I don't know. Over here as well. Like, I guess we're gonna find out.
We'll find. We ain't doing nothing bad with it. Okay, so these.
How about you do one on me and then I'll
just do one. So.
I like that they're all matching. You've got like a vibe.
Yeah.
With your nails.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh,
oh yeah.
So some nice cuffs.
Some nice cuffs. I like these cuffs because it's like you can untie them and they're comfortable.
How do you attach these? Because they're I don't even know what these are called. Hooks.
I'll show you. So that's what I like about these because like I don't have to bind with the hand. I can bind in different ways.
Oh, you go hook to hook. Okay, that makes sense.
Like this. And I like that because it's not like handcuffs.
Yeah, a little more for those without shoulder mobility. I like
Tyrannosaurus.
I have a few of these, as you know, different ones, but they don't have the hooks on it. I prefer to use because people freak out when you pull the rope out. So I prefer to use the rope because I have like 17 ropes.
I bought some. I brought some so you can show me. I brought some shibari.
You have it here?
Yeah. Okay. I went and bought some. I bought quite a bit.
It's just, and I was practicing the other night, so I don't know if it would come Anyways, okay, so we'll keep going.
My battery here is gonna go low, so we're gonna be signing off there. And we're
And
gonna
then
stay here on TikTok for a little while.
Yeah, just going over some things. Is this like? Can you like record this? Like you can see this? Like.
Yeah, that one will be saved.
Oh, thanks for the hearts, Tori. Bye. Okay.
Okay, yes. So we have.
Okay.
I bought these. I have quite a bit of stuff.
Oh, wait, let me
Like,
see
I
this. I
have
think I
one-
have these in silver. So this is not great for the bodysuit, but these are great for tights.
For tights. Oh, ties. So look at this one. I have 4 of these, so I can connect you to a whole bunch of different.
I can
stuff.
connect you? You mean I can connect you?
Well,
I mean, I was practicing the other night. I wonder if I'm going to be able to remember.
and this one is definitely not for me.
What is that? What is it?
It's a
What does this
leash.
go? This...
Yeah.
So
We had a conversation about these. The other day. This is for my sub, not for me.
So we are looking to. I mean, actually, like right here, we are looking to collar people. And you know what? I was going to bring.
Yes, we are collaring.
Yeah.
Online collaring.
I was actually going to bring a collar that it gave me. That I
Ooh.
wanted to find a sub for, but it is red. It's funny. So we are looking for people to collar, like legit.
Have you ever had one of these on? I don't ever want to have one of these on. This is for somebody else.
My boyfriend really wants to do that to me.
He wants to put on you?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah. anyways, okay.
Ooh,
you keep showing.
wait.
I'm just gonna.
Oh wait, can you tell me what the fuck is this for? So there's 4
because
hooks.
you have the 4 things, so it can be like here. And you're like,
Oh my god!
it's almost like a hawk head without a hawk. Yeah.
I need to find better subs.
I mean, but it's also you can just be creative, you know. But that's I would say because it came in this pack, right? What is that?
This is the remote to my new present that's on my head.
Oh yeah.
I didn't bring my
Chuckles,
present because we can't show that on here. I got some nipple clamps. Have you ever tried that?
On me?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Let's try that.
If you want to show that on too.
I'm just kidding.
She's got to. Lord have mercy.
Wait. You can always do it like this, though.
I don't know, y'all. It's just like I can't even show my small little booty. Okay, so I'll show you. Of course, the one tie I always show you.
Okay, here, let me put all these.
But I was practicing the other night. I just was on Loyal Fans and then, you know.
I'm gonna go to. So there's a 910 WeHo and there's a Kinky Hiker or Schminky Hike, and they teach you how to do shibari.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do it, but I need somebody to go with me because I
I'll go
feel
with you.
so weird
I'll
going
go
by
with you.
myself.
1, 2, 3. I have this piece over. A little bit. Here's piece.
Oh.
Yeah. Try to separate. That is a non-slip knot.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, look at us over there.
Oh, I got it.
It's almost time for us to sign off.
So I've shown you this one plenty of times, and then we'll just, we'll show one more. Then I can.
One more, and we're gonna end the show.
Yeah. No,
and before we end the show, we also want to just let you know once again where you can find us at Elevate and Dommenate online. I'm Goddess Arroya, and this is Mistress Odessa.
Mm-hmm.
We are Elevate and Dommenate podcast. We will be having some events coming up soon. Today was just for our TikTok viewers and our new viewers out there on Patreon. We wanted to do something especially for you today.
Okay, this one, you know what this one's best for?
What?
I mean, stuff I can't say on here. But then also, so if you're just simply tying someone.
Oh my God, do they do that?
Yeah, you can just do a finger. Yeah. Anyways, so
that
you can find that conversation on Patreon.
I want to know. Oh my God, you guys.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah. That's not for
as
everyone.
I said,
as a sensual dom, that may not be your thing, but
sensual dom. But you know what though? Like on days like today, I'm in a weird place today, and I low key could really I would do really well with like humiliation. This is another day for humiliation or like CBT or like anything like that. I'm kind of there today.
Yeah.
Just because my mindset is just a little different. And I think we can just, I think I have a few more minutes. Let's talk quickly about like being in this lifestyle and then like meeting people and having,
Meaning
it's just like the lines getting crossed. I think that's where I'm at today. Like my mind is kind of like,
I see the conversation we had the other day.
yeah. And then also, remember our roster conversation about having a roster and like
Or ice
staying
cream
on your
flavors.
roster, yeah, and having your ice cream flavors and not really getting too concerned about one flavor. And you get to, you know how like you're in a place and you meet somebody and you hanging out with them, and then you get to a point where there's like that question is like, is it time for me to go or is it time for me
That
to
means it's
stay?
time to go. You have to ask them. Yeah. If you want a roster or the ice cream flavors. So let me just explain both real quick. A roster is what I called it when I was in an open relationship. So I literally had a primary, and then I had, people depending on what I wanted to do, which, look, I'm being very transparent, and I'm in a very serious, loving, beautiful, one-on-one monogamous,
love
I
that.
guess,
I love
relationship
it.
now. I'm in love with him, whatever. But
You're
back
in love with him?
girl, don't talk about feelings and shit. But anyways, back in the day, I rocked the roster.
Yo, so
Well,
much.
you were fruit. So I love you too.
I know.
So the roster was, you had your primary, and then you had someone, maybe for like more emotional support, someone for like a little more fun, and then for whatever you decide.
Mhm.
For me though, I consistently, if not every week, every other week, checked in, making sure the person was okay. And if they weren't, I would be like, okay, we can have a conversation, but this is what it is, and you agree to it, and then you're out. I was very hardcore. The ice cream flavors are, I believe, on the roster to pick the people, you need 3 different categories. One is like the crazy ice cream, the dark chocolate cayenne pepper with like nuts on top. Like, so you you want to eat it.
Yeah.
It's a fun experience, but it makes you sick. Number two is your number 2 is your favorite like summertime ice cream, like mint chocolate chip. If you have too much of it, you're gonna get tired of it, but it's somehow still your favorite. Okay, so boundaries. Number 3 is like literally the vanilla yogurt, Greek yogurt ice cream that like nobody really wants, but it is the healthiest, and like you don't feel bad when you get there, but you're bored. So that's the roster. And then the
Ooh, okay, so let's do this. So I did not do the roster. So I think what happens is if you stay with one person and you should have built a roster, after about 6 or 7 times, you're like, I'm bored. And I do have someone else on the roster, but that one dropped the biggest bomb on me.
Have we talked about this? No, yet?
Girl, they dropped the marriage bomb on me.
What?
Yeah.
That's literally
definitely
it's not even a different podcast.
It's not, but
No.
I think it was like the fake marriage bomb. It's like the bomb like where like
bomb.
you're doing so good, girl. I'm coming for you. Like I'm gonna like do my shit. And I feel like it's okay. It was just like a love bomb. It was a love bomb, a marriage bomb. Because it was somebody that I was with for a long time. And then they come back and they're like, yeah, like I'm doing my thing so I can come back and marry you. But let's not talk about that because it was some bullshit.
Yeah, next. No, okay. Anyways, roster
Subjects.
isn't for everyone.
No.
I know half of your schedule. You're extremely busy, so maybe that's not what works for you. But I think
I do. I need a roster because now I'm ready. I was in a total place where I was like, I want to be careful. Like I really enjoy having schmecks with that person, but I think
daddy. I remember when I first met him because you were like, he's a dad, and I was like, okay, and I was like,
no, he's a daddy.
I was like, are you fucking? I was like, he's hot.
But I don't want to get.
Yeah, too much. It's okay. Yeah, just because this is what I'm saying. Like some men, sorry, but it's like a piece of art. I want to look at it. I want to admire it. However, I don't want it to talk to me. I don't want to read about it, and I don't want to know the history. Just like be a piece of art that I can like appreciate.
Yeah, and I think that's where I have to kind of like keep it
Yeah.
But and if that means it can't be kept there, then I have to go.
That's fine. I think that's also part of what is this
Yeah.
community. There,
Yeah.
like, because there is a lot.
That's why I like this community, and
Yeah.
that's why I need to be more involved and
Yes.
go out and have more play partners, because I am not in a place where I'm not monogamous right now. That's not me. I'm
Yeah.
not her. Okay, so
we
I need
switched
to.
roles.
We did, because I'm not her. Now, if the one comes along that sweeps me off my
Yeah,
feet,
of
there's a
course.
lot of work that they have to do,
Mhm.
and I'm ready for him. I'm a
Mhm.
good woman,
Yeah.
but right now, nah,
Yeah. Well,
nope.
yeah.
She ain't there.
No.
She's not. She's not committing. She's not helping you with anything else.
Yeah.
She's literally all about herself, and that's okay. For a change, it's okay. She's healing.
Yeah. Well, I think like that actually kind of happened to me when I first got into the community as well. Like I went in single, and then I started dating my ex, who was all into it, and then like 6 months later he wasn't. But when I went into it, it was very much like, yo, I ain't got time for that. I guess I'm kind of like that with training too. I'm just like, nah, man, this is my schedule. So I think what this teaches you is like, be cutthroat and things that you truly don't want to make yourself do. And I think that's for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, just, man, I wish people would just be like more upfront. Like, hey, I want to chat with you, but I'm not going to be able to send tribute. Okay, then give me the option to say yes or no to that. Like, I feel like sometimes being taken advantage of. And I think it's the same thing with like individuals on the roster or the ice creams, where it's like they say they want it, but then they can't. But that's the part where you do have to be cutthroat and be like, listen, you've agreed to this, and I understand that you're no longer into it, but you gotta go. I was very
and that's the
cutthroat.
thing. Like I was in a place in the beginning where I was like, I want to be careful with people's hearts and everything.
No.
And
You gotta be careful with your heart.
You have to be careful with your own heart.
Yeah. I think as long as you're open communication as to what the situation is, you can feel bad about it if you want, but you were very open about it.
Very
just
open.
Like consent. You're literally saying, this is what I want. Are you agreeing? Yes. Consensually? Yes. So that is though why I always had check-ins. And I
was doing the check-ins, and I stopped doing the check-ins, and the week I stopped doing the check-ins is when things fell apart.
But like, listen, I was like hardcore. I had people quit the gym. Several people quit the gym.
Really?
Yeah. People that work there and people who were members.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, listen, this is my turf. If things go awry, you've got to go. They did. Yeah. I was very, very cutthroat. Now I'm just like the nice dumb online.
Well, I think on that note, we have fulfilled our hour of love with you all, and I'm starting to get a bit buzzed, and I need to go out and get on the plow. I have a cute outfit on. You guys want to see it?
Oh, yeah, please do.
I'll smack it. But she's out, and she's trying to get it shown.
Yeah.
So with that said,
and I'm just going to my friend's house and getting cuddles slow. Oh God.
What is she doing? I do love it though.
I know. Anyways, bye.
Yeah, we love you. Elevate and dominate. This is our IG and I'm gonna put it up here. IG/TikTok. This is our information. Okay. If you want to
on our phone. So I just want to look at
there we are.
What is all this stuff? And like, oh.
Let's say goodbye to these people here.
Sorry,
it's okay, you guys. Thank you for visiting us again at Elevate and Dommenate. We will see you not next Friday, but the following Friday, live on TikTok and live on this shit.
Yeah.
We love you. Bye.